So just one more quarter-final to come and we return to women's singles. And it's the current world number one, Tai Tzu Ying, against the former world number one, Ratchanok Intanon. As far as the women's singles draw is concerned, there's been a bit of a shock earlier today because the qualifier, Gao Fangji, has beaten the defending champion, Pusala Venkata Sindhu, in 2 straight games. It's a wonderful result for the Chinese youngster, but there was concern that Pusala wasn't feeling very well earlier today. I can also tell you that Akane Yamaguchi has just won her quarter-final as well, so there's just one place remaining at semi-final stage, and it's the match we're about to watch. Akane Yamaguchi, the number 5 seed and beaten finalist here in 2014, through in that top section of the draw. But who will she play? Will it be Tai Tzu Ying or will it be Ratchanok Intanon?
Match will be between Tai Tzu Ying from Taipei and Ratchanok Intanon from Thailand. Let's welcome the players.
So we await for the players to come on to court. Here they come, the current world number one, leading out the former world number one. Tai Tzu Ying, who was a semi-finalist last year, lost out to Sun Yu. What's happened to Sun Yu, Steen? She, of course, has been missing from the World Tour for the last few tournaments, hasn't she? I do hope she's all right. Obviously out injured.
Right and black. So we right the black. Serve right. Serve. Okay.
So Tai Tzu Ying chooses to start this near side of the court. That's interesting because in fact it was Ratchanok who won the toss of the coin. Chose to serve, and Ratchanok Intanon, recent winner of the Denmark Open, last premier event prior to this. Now this will be the 18th meeting between these two. Of the previous 17, Tai Tzu Ying has the very slight advantage. The last time they played was in the quarter-final of the French Open. 2 straight games, 21-17, 21-12 in 32 minutes. Tai Tzu Ying is 23 years of age. She is enjoying her 51st week as world number one. Consecutive week, I should say, as well. Number 2 on the Super Series standings, so she's guaranteed a place in the Super Series finals. And as you can see, in the first round, she beat the World Championship bronze medalist Chen Yufei in 3 games. And in the second round, Lina Kiesfeld. So to the number 8 seed, Ratchanok Intanon, number 6 on the world ranking at the moment, but 2 weeks as world number 1 from the 21st of April last year. Beaten finalist here in 2012, lost out to the then Olympic champion, Li Shuirei. So this, as you can see today, this quarterfinal will be her 3rd match against a player from Chinese Taipei, because her first 2 matches, both players from Chinese Taipei, and both won in 2 straight games. Yesterday against Liu Sin, a very convincing second game, 21-8 in just under 30 minutes. So this is the 6th quarter-final at the China Open for Ratchanok Intanon. Considering she's only 22 years of age, that's quite extraordinary. Now, Tai Tzu Ying is going to ask for the court to be mopped before play gets underway. And to follow up on the point you were making during the men's singles. We've had a break between the two quarterfinals, and why the court isn't thoroughly mopped in between the matches,
on my right,
I don't really know.
Tai Tzu Ying, Chinese Taipei. And on my left, Ratchanok Intanon, Thailand. Ratchanok Intanon to serve, level, play. Service over, 1 love.
Tai Tzu Ying's coach. Well, I thought when Ratchanok Intanon won the Denmark Open, beating Akane Yamaguchi in the final, and actually beat Tai Tzu Ying in the semi-final, I thought that there was a new sense of urgency in her style of play. Didn't you think that, because she's got this lovely, easy, relaxed hitting style, which tends to make her look sort of very relaxed on court. And I thought in just her demeanour and the way she was going for winning shots, there was more of a sense of urgency, and worked well for her.
I totally agree. And I think it meant a lot to her, that victory. Not only, as she said, she was winning for her king, but I think she was also happy to win the tournament again after that long injury period where she'd been struggling to find her form. Yeah,
certainly at the elite level. Of course, she'd already won 2 Grand Prix golds earlier before the Denmark Open, her home Grand Prix gold event, and the event where you were in Auckland, New Zealand.
Yeah. But again, that's not the level that she wants to compare herself to. She wants to be competitive at the very highest level.
Service over, 3-2.
So I think we're in for a good match here, if both players are on form. I know she lost in Paris, Intanon, when playing Tai Tzu Ying again, but I don't think she minded that much. I think that she's become careful with back-to-backs after these 3 back-to-back wins and a long injury period.
Yeah, last year, of course, those 3 tournaments.
Yeah. And we've seen Shrikant win Denmark, French, lose the final of the Indian National Championships, which is a tough competition as well, and has unfortunately had to withdraw from this tournament, and is still considering whether to come to Hong Kong or not. So it just takes its toll to play back-to-back weeks.
And be successful back-to-back weeks.
Yes. Good shot.
That's a super shot.
Service over, 5-4.
Oh, she guessed right.
Wide.
Yeah.
Service over, 5-all.
It's a little bit more difficult here in women's singles, especially with these 2 players, to state which side of the court is actually the better one, because they're both very skillful in controlling the drift when playing with the drift, and they get a little bit of help in their attack. So it's not as easy as in the men's singles, for instance.
First time Ratchanok's been in the lead. Oh yeah.
行兩點步啊，行兩點步，黑馬步。
Of course, when she won the world title in 2013, it was in China, in Guangzhou. Ratchanok Intanon, that was probably one of the biggest surprises in World Championship history.
Yeah, I guess most people saw Li Shuhui, the reigning Olympic champion, as almost unbeatable.
Yeah. And then, of course, there was a big surprise in many people's eyes the following World Championships when Carolina Marin won, beating again Li Shuhui in the final.
Yeah, that was probably an even bigger surprise.
Yeah.
But until then, when Ratchanok first won it, that was a...
Four straight points for Tai Tzu Ying.
Too short. It stays. I think maybe you're right, Jill, that there's a little bit
sideways
of side drift there from right to left.
So on a run of 5 straight points, Tai Tzu Ying goes to the mid-game interval with a 3-point advantage.
目度这种东西都可能对角，这都可以去配，你要直接拿到。好，这部分上自己注意一下。一样，你如果你不要下手，你要推挑可以，或者你接它切擦掉。你要推挑是可以，但是你的球还是要高一点。太平它就很好加速，你给它那个位置，它刚好很好加速。好，就注意这个。
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Very, very light on her feet, isn't she, with her movement? But then I think both these players are. They're both beautiful movers around the court.
11-8.
Both got beautiful shot production too.
Oi.
Service over. 9-11.
Just right. Yeah, I'm convinced by the sideways drift now, Steen.
12-9.
Oi. Fantastic. How did she get that back?
No, it's amazing, isn't it?
9.
Ratchanok smiles at that one. Good smash.
14-9.
8 of the last 9 points for Tai Tzu Ying.
Service over. 10-14.
便捷啊！
Just long.
Service over. 13-10.
She doesn't seem to have the same kind of decisiveness that you mentioned, Jill, in Denmark Open, that she wanted to do as much as possible she wanted to...
Oh, my goodness. That's going wide. Yeah, bit of crouch defence there from Tai Tzu Ying. And it's interesting because the Denmark Open Stadium is very intimate. It's quite small. And you were explaining earlier today and yesterday about the big arena here in Fuzhou and what a difference it can make. And I think it is making a big difference to Ratchanok Intanon.
Yeah, because you mean that she sort of it's not always enough to win. She also wants to win in a good way, in impressive fashion, and when she combines that with the will to win, then it becomes really, really good, and that's what spectators close to the court and cheering and so on can help her with.
Yeah.
19-10.
There's too many mistakes on the follow-ups, and Tai's defense is quite solid.
Game point opportunities galore. Well, that's 15 of 17 points since she was 6-8 down.
21-10.
Extraordinary. 21-10.
Yeah, only scored 2 points more in that game.
Yeah.
13
minutes for the opening game.
คือ佢興下
What on earth happened to Ratchanok there?
下尾win
Of course, there was brilliance from Tai Tzu Ying.
啲 set 係咪補？佢吸埋佢又單攬咁樣就係個攬單，知啲咩補？點咩單？咩寫唔到嚟㗎？
But one thing we can say is that she definitely wasn't sharp, Ratchanok, and that was Tai. She was good. She got a lot of shots back and scored points off getting them back, and she played a really tough match in the first round against Chen Yufei of China, which could easily have been semi-final or final in this tournament, in my opinion. So she's in gear, so to speak. She's had to work maximum from the beginning. It's very interesting to see whether the attacking shots from Ratchanok bites a little bit more from this near side of the court. But it's not only the attacking shots, it's also the way she goes about the court, in my opinion, that the body language looks a little I'm not really certain I can do it today.
Mm.
And I hope I'm wrong about that, because I was expecting a really, really fantastic match here, and we haven't had that so much in the first game. Tai has been too dominant.
Missed it. It is quite astonishing, since Tai Tzu Ying lost in the semi-final here a year ago. She's played in 6 Super Series tournament finals. She's won them all. The last 2 of 2016, Hong Kong and the Super Series finals. And she's won 4 already this year.
Whom was it that she lost to here last year?
I thought it was Sun Yu.
Sun Yu, yeah. And she's not here.
She's not here. She pulled out of the 2 tournaments in Europe. Yes, PV Sindhu beat Sun Yu in the final last year.
But that's much better attack.
Service over. 1,
Wait.
2. Line get. Intanon, you can see. Play. Two all.
Good control.
Very good control. Because there's a lengthways drift and a sideways drift in that corner.
Yeah.
Four, 2.
Good judgment.
Service over. 3, 4. Service over. 5, 3.
Overdone it, yeah.
6, 3.
It seems like it's easier to score for the women's singles on this side of the court here.
Oh, that's a great smash.
7, 3.
8啊。
A little bit of muttering to herself. That's unusual from Tai Tzu Ying. It's going wide, surely. Yeah.
Service over. 8-4.
Oof. Had to think about it.
9.
Decided not to go over.
Chin.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Service over.
The disguise on that. Holds, holds, holds them flicks. Yeah, that's just super. And that's, you were talking about it in an earlier match with very little backswing.
Yeah.
Backswing. You were talking with Chao Tian Chen. It must be a Chinese Taipei trait. Just wide.
Service over. 10-5.
Crikey.
11-5.
Oh, it's a long way long. Surely the drift can't have changed, can it?
No, no, just the
No.
total turn of events. And
Yeah.
睇教我哋點啊？靠那麼斜那麼路，
attack gets a little bit more
佢
dangerous
咪要教
from this side here because it gets a little bit of help
下
from
來一兩蚊
drift.
啫嘛，他เข้ามือแล้ว補啊，เข้ามือแล้ว補啊，ใจเย็นๆ難過นะ難過啊，เขา支付ลูกเนี่ยนิดเดียวเองที่เหลือลูกไม่เสียเปรียบมีแต่โฟร์แฮนด์อ่ะเขาชอบผัดตรงไปกันเขาผัดตรงเข้าโฟร์
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, that's good news for us, or at least the ones that would like to see a deciding game
Absolutely.
where it's everything at stake.
Play.
Good job,
Service over.
Tai Tzu Ying.
6.
Do you think we'll see her trying to attack a little bit more?
I think so, and for her sake, I hope that it's going to be with these steeper attacks and sort of keeping control. A good job from Ratchanok as well.
Yeah, what on earth do you do against that? It's a brilliant shot. Oof, challenge.
Tai Tzu Ying. Challenge. Court out.
First challenge of this women's singles. Oh, no,
That's out.
that's out. That's confirmed by Hawkeye.
Tai Tzu Ying. Challenge. Court out.
Still the heartbeat in the stadium for the Hawkeye Challenge. Oh, no, it's switched off.
That was at least a bit too early in deeming that Ratchanok didn't want it as much as in Denmark Open, because right now it looks a lot like the first game, just with the rolls turned around.
And she's found the crispness of shot, which we saw in the Denmark Open, and my theory was because it was a smaller stadium, her shots were, the timing was better for Ratchanok.
I think it was.
And her shots were crisper than we saw in the opening game here, but she's found that timing, and all credit to her. Well, it looks as if we're going to get our wish, Steen, and have a third and deciding game.
But it also tells us something about how difficult the conditions are on the court.
Yeah. Oh, good net shot. Yeah, follows it up. Forced the short lift from Ratchanok. And followed up the good net play with a winning smash. This one here, that's amazing.
Service over. 17-7.
Yep, finds the line.
Service over. 8-17.
Oh, I like that little brush shot there to keep it straight.
18-8. Play. Service over. 9-18.
Oh, delightful. Super, super shot.
Service over. 19-9.
So game point opportunities for Ratchanok Intanon to level this quarterfinal at one game apiece.
Yeah. And only 29-30 minutes played, and normally when we played 2 games in 30 minutes, it's because one of the sides have been dominant.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect placement. One game all.
Second game won by Ratchanok Intanon.
The umpire confirming 21-9. 30 minutes and one game all.
是注意一下自己速度，就像有一棵树开，那你就是要让它这样去打，不是跟他们打1、2拍、2拍的。自己球的位置还是要想办法拉到，尤其是让他人要退到位一点。那你这边自己还是打主动一点，不要打得太慢了。刚才就打太慢了，跟着他的节奏在走。好，这个了。
So 1 game apiece in this quarter-final. Both games won and lost surprisingly quickly. 30 minutes for the first 2 games. Opening game 21-10 to the current world #1. Second game 21-9 to the former world #1.
Final game. Level. Play. One. Love.
Every point scored on that far side of the court could be absolutely crucial.
Oh, what a net shot.
Service over. 1, 2.
And I'm not sure we're going to see any long and beautiful rallies here, because you have to play at a knife's edge, and if you manage, then you score quick points, and if you don't, you lose quick points.
Yeah.
And they both go so much for it.
3, 1.
这种可以攻没有关系哈。
ลูกที่ตรงดีมากอาตรงดีมาก
1.
Good shot.
And that was sort of a rebound action with the racket, wasn't
Yeah.
it? The punch clear. She
Yes.
didn't really follow
Not
through.
not a whole lot of arm
No.
movement.
Yeah. Helps create the disguise,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
It can, of course, Tai can feel a little bit under pressure because she feels that she needs to win this first half of the game quite convincingly.
Oh, look at that. Ratchanok outmaneuvered.
And they're also so good, both players, that when they've got the other one a little bit out of balance, they don't let they don't let them back in again.
Yeah. It's going wide.
Yep.
Right now, it looks to me as if Ratchanok wants this more. her body language.
Yeah. And she's got a more clear idea of what to do than Tai.
Yeah. Well judged.
Service over. 3-6.
Oh my goodness gracious me! She completely missed it.
4-6.
And she had her eye on her opponent rather than the shuttle. Or was she trying to leave it?
I think she touched it.
Well, whatever happened there, it was quite extraordinary.
Yeah.
Nice.
Leaves too much time for Tai Tzu Ying, and then she's lost. Excellent deception by the player from Chinese Taipei. She cannot move. If she takes one move to one of the sides, it's in the other side.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden, world #1, this lady seems to have come alive again and looking as if she desperately wants to win this. This is developing into a really intriguing match. We knew it would be a quality match because of the quality of the two players. And it's now fascinating. Getting on the attack first is proving essential here.
Yes.
Nice skill.
Service over. 6-8.
No, she's looking towards her coach for inspiration.
And it's like it's almost like it's an esports game where they're playing against themselves. Tai Tzu Ying against Tai Tzu Ying or Ratchanok against Ratchanok. they try to do the same things. They try to put pressure on the opponent's backhand. Try to get on the attack.
Over 10-7.
Oh, that's what you call precise. Straight down the line.
Wide, yeah.
9, 10.
Oh, that is phenomenal.
Challenge.
Tai Tzu Ying challenge. Called in.
Did you think it was out then, Steen?
I
Oh.
don't have a good view.
Well. Waiting for Hawkeye. Bit of a technical hitch there. Apologies for that. And still we wait. Here we go. No, found the line. So, a change of ends.
And successful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 11-9 interval.
2-point advantage as they change ends
係啊，智能口
for Ratchanok Intanon.
智能口坑巴步啲啩，就低別個啊，你將我看智能嘢來，破哦看看你能破看看你能，諗嗱佢咩有咩惡難，諗嗱佢啲嘅，啊，เริ่มจาก智能เสร็จแล้วก็步เขานะแต่เขาเรียนนะเรียนแล้วก็智能อีกนะเดินเข้าไปข้างหลัง
ดึงให้เป็นแบบ2ให้หนู
นะถ้า我เราปูเอาเร็วนะอาจจะไม่แม่นนะเอาความเร็วมาตรงปุ๊บรีบสวนกลับไปเลยรีบสวนกลับไปเลย
20 seconds
นะ
แต่เหมือนแบบมันตกมาเพื่อให้หนูสวนนั่นแหละ
นะถ้าเราจี้ร้านจี้ไปเขามาเราเขาจะเอารีบความเร็วนะ
So does Tai Tzu Ying have any answers?
Yes, he's probably going to try the same as Ratchanok did here in the first part of third game.
11-9
Try to go on the attack and be more determined with the attack. It's half a game she's got, and she doesn't need to save any energy for tomorrow. It's now or never.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah, very well played.
And when she can get the control, Ratchanok, she's got a little advantage in the reach in contrast to Tai Tzu Ying. Of course, Tai Tzu Ying very fast on her feet, but very good follow-up at the moment from Ratchanok. Yeah, well played.
Yeah.
13-9
And she hasn't really showed an answer yet to that pressure that's being put on her backhand side, Tai Tzu Ying.
Service over. 10-13
No. No.
Wow.
11-13
Oh, that's a lovely drop shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Service over. 14-11
Drop shot to the backhand side, then deep into Tai Tzu Ying's forehand, then the
And
far
then there's
shot.
opening
Yeah.
to the backhand side.
Yeah.
So it's a blueprint for others who can do the same.
Yes.
If there's anyone who can do it, that Ratchanok shows them how it's done. Not all, though, have her skills.
there's the attacking play you were talking about.
14.
I like that shot because it's variation and it keeps the backhand side open. If you target it over and over and over again, eventually your opponent will close it. You must count on that this late stage in the tournament. So you've got to mix it up with other shots. When you can make a winner on one of those shots, then it looks promising.
Well, she's opened up a 4-point cushion again. Well, you'll be worried right now if you're a Tai Tzu Ying fan. You'll be delighted if you're a Ratchanok fan. 5-point advantage at this stage in the match. Yeah, last two rallies I've seen some urgency in Tai Tzu Ying. This is a big, big point. Oh, that's gone long.
Yeah, 18-14 is still, it feels comfortable, whereas 15-17, then
yeah,
you start feeling the breathing in the neck.
Missed it. He's getting a little bit nervous now, isn't he? Yeah, the verbal celebration after the rally from Ratchanok Intanon. Very telling indeed. She knows how important that was. 2 points from victory and a place in the semi-final tomorrow. Allowed to towel down. Tai Tzu Ying remains on court as if to send a message to the umpire.
Yeah, and that's where Ratchanok, she thinks that she can play a lift, and we saw it, I think 2 rallies ago, where she also thought she could play a lift from a backhand side, and she can't play because then there's a smash down her own backhand side, and it's going to be really difficult to get it back. So You've got to be really, really disciplined.
16-19.
Yep. Good defense from Tai there.
Yeah, very good. Oh, I like that whipped backhand deep into the backhand corner of Ratchanok Intanon.
谈在，空没空没。
Oh my goodness. Oh, there was a missed opportunity. She knows it. Taps herself on the head. Tai Tzu Ying. She had the opportunity there to put the shuttle away. Instead took it late and tried to play a deceptive hold and flick. But it didn't work. So 3 match point opportunities for Ratchanok Intanon. Oh, I don't believe it. A wonderful net cord net shot from Ratchanok, forced the short lift. Look at that. Tai Tzu Ying gets it back, but only half court. And Ratchanok makes the error. Oh, that's handed a lifeline to this lady.
Wide. Oh, great play.
That's gone wide. 2 match points have been saved. Well, one was lost in all honesty, but that one was saved.
And she played with a lot of risk on that shot, but played it to perfection. This one.
Yeah. 19-20. 3rd match point for Ratchanok. Oh, and another
okay.
net cord. Don't believe it.
It's in. No, it's long.
Long! Oh my goodness me. 20 all. And extra points required until there's a clear 2-point winning margin. Well, Tai Tzu Ying was nowhere near it. I think it may have been wide as well as long. So. Three match points come and gone. 20 all. Good return. So, match point number 4 now for Ratchanok. What drama.
Oui.
Yeah, they'll have to wait because a shuttle has come from the adjoining court. What a moment for that to happen. Oh, good shot. She's done it on her 4th match point opportunity. Ratchanok Intanon, the former world #1, beats the current world #1 Tai Tzu Ying in a thrilling third game, 22-20. A match lasting 55 minutes. Well, that third game was almost as long as the first two games put together. How extraordinary.
Ratchanok Intanon, 10-21, 21-9, 22-20.
This is the final rally. Well, what a great display of women's singles here today. Two very, very talented badminton players. There, confirmation that Ratchanok Intanon has come from a game down to win 21-9, 22-20 in the next two games. Winning only on her fourth match point. So that concludes quarterfinals for today. And we started and finished with two thrilling three-game women's singles matches. In the first of them, Carolina Marin, the Olympic champion, actually had two match points in that second game but failed to convert, but eventually won, having saved a match point in the third game at 19-20, won 22-20 in an hour and 32 minutes. Then it was mixed doubles, and Sheng Jiwei and Huang Yaxiong, in only their second tournament together, having won in Macau last week, only needed 27 minutes to beat the Japanese pair of Kobayashi and Matsutomo. Then it was the world champions in the women's doubles, Chen Qingcheng and Xia Yifan. They beat another left and right-handed combination of Zhang Yena and Zhang Keng in two straight games. Then Victor Axelsen, the world champion and current world #1, had to come from 6-11 down in the first game before winning it 21-17 and 21-14 against Chao Tianchen of Chinese Taipei. And as we've just witnessed in our second women's singles, Ratchanok Intanon, despite being 8-6 up in that first game, contrived to lose it 21-10. Much of that due to the brilliance of Tai Tzu Ying. She managed to reverse that completely in the second game, a very one-sided game, Ratchanok taking it 21-9, and an absolute thriller in the deciding game, 22-20. So as we look back on all five matches, just to remind you, semi-finals tomorrow, we're earlier, it's 1300 local time, that's 0500 GMT. From Steen Pedersen and myself, Jill Clark, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.